Hey everyone, welcome back to my Dev Web App channel. Today I'm going to build a QR code generator in React.js. Let's take a look at the design. As you can see, I have a header, an input, and a button. And also I have a background color picker and a dimension. And as you can see, I have QR code and I can download it. I can provide some text to input, and usually it would be some link, and I'd like to take a link from my channel and paste it and press generate. Okay, and as you can see, the QR code was generated, and I can download it, and also I can change background color or change dimension and press download, and I can save image. Okay, and for the QR code generation, I'm going to use this API, and let's go to the code and build our application. I launched my Visual Studio Code and opened a folder for my React projects. And now I'm going to start new terminal and create new project with npm create vite add latest. Okay, and now I need to provide project name, and it will be QR code. And let's add a generator. Okay, and I'll select React, and let's create it with TypeScript. Okay, and now I can go to my project with cd command and install dependencies with command npm install. And let me open my project source, and I'll open CSS file. Okay, dependencies were installed, and I can run dev server with command npm run dev and open my project. Okay, and now I can hide this console, and let's clean up styles. I'll remove all styles except root element from app CSS, and also in index CSS I'll remove most styles. We'll leave body and change to justify content. Okay, and also remove a, and also from media queries. Okay, and let's open up TypeScript, and we don't need all this code, and I'll provide, let's add some h2 header and provide text QR code generator. Okay, and also we can remove this console or use state. Okay, and let's check. And as you can see, we have our QR code generator. And now I can create components folder in my source files where I will add components, and let it be components. Okay, and we'll create QR code TypeScript component, and also I'll need file for my styles. It will be QR code CSS. Okay, and now let's create some function for our function components, and it will be QR code generator, and let's return some JSX. I'll create div, and inside div I'll just copy this h2 tag, and let's add export, and we'll export default. Okay, and now we can import inside our app file. Let me add import and use our QR code generator, and we'll use it here and close. Okay, and let's check, and we have the same code as previously, and now we can write our component further. Okay, and let me add some div for that, and let's add our input with class name, and I'll add text box, and inside this div I'll add input with type text, And let's add some placeholder and add value and text. Enter text to encode. Okay, and also we'll need button, and we'll provide text generate. Okay, and also let's add some pickers. And I'll need div, and I'm going to add class name extra box, and inside this div I'll provide h3 tag and provide text background color. Okay, and now let's add some picker, and also it will be input, but type will be color. And okay, and let me copy this code, and we'll add one more extra box, and this time I'm going to use this for dimensions, and also we'll add input, but I'll provide type range, and with minimum value would be 200, and let me add this way, and maximum would be, let's make 600. Okay, and also we'll need some button, and for that I'll create a new div with class name output box. Okay, and here we'll place some QR code and also button download. And now I'm going to create a, and will provide href later, and inside a will create button and provide, let's add some type button and provide text download. And so we can provide type button here as well. Okay, and let's check what we have so far. And as you can see, we have our form, and we have background picker and dimension. Okay, and so download button. And now let's add functionality to work with our form. And for that, I'm going to add state values with hook use state. I'm going to provide empty value, and we'll use this hook to create some input value, and we'll create array to get input value, and function would be set input value. Okay, and we can use it on change inside input on, and add on change event handler, and on change I'm going to just add input value to my value. Okay, and let's do it, and use this event target and value inside it. Okay, and also we need to add more use state hooks. I'll just copy paste this, and okay, and let me change name to your text, and so here we'll have set your text, and here I'm going to provide size and check and change to set size. Okay, and next I'll use background color, and set will be set background color. Okay, and the last one will be for QR code, and also we'll use set QR code. Okay, and now let's add our values to our code, and for that I'm going to add on change event, and add event handler to it, and use event, and I'll use that background color, and provide event target value, and here I'm going to use upstream 1. Okay, and then I'll need a value for my dimensions, and let me add on change, and also I need event, and we'll use it to set size, and let me provide event target value. And we need to provide some initial value for size, and let it be 400. Okay, and now I need to fix it here, and let me add number, and fix our value number. Okay, and that should work. Now we can add on click event handler. Let me add it here on click, and we'll provide some name like handle click, and I will add this function like function handle click, and will set my value that your text, and I will provide value from my state, and it will be input value. Okay, and now we can add use effect hook when we changing our values like size or QR text or color. We'll call API to get our QR code, and for that I need to use effect hook, and we'll provide some function to it. Okay, and also I'll specify dependency array, and every time when QR text or size or background color is changing, the function will be called. And now I'm going to provide value for my QR code, and for that I'm going to use set QR code function from my state. And now let's go to our documentation, and I'll just copy this URL, and we'll provide it here. Okay, but we'll add some values. Create QR code, and size will be our size, and it will be some variable size, and also here we need size. Okay, and here size, and data would be our QR text, and it's also a variable QR text, and also we can add background color, and let me do it, and let's check the doc, and as you can see we can provide QR code, and we can provide background color, and let me add it, and background color equals to our variable background color. Okay, and let me save it, and let's try it. Okay, I'm going to refresh, and I can open developer tools network and provide some text and generate, and I don't see network request, and let me change it. Okay, and let's try to add our image to our code, and for that I'm going to add image, and provide a source to our QR code, and some height would be QR code. Okay, and let's check, and as you can see we have image, but for some reason we don't have request, and let me add it again, and as you can see we have our QR code, and also I can change dimensions, and also can change background color, and now we need to add styles, and for that let's import our styles, import, and provide our QR code CSS, and we have text box, and for text box I'm going to add styles like display flex, and also make background color and provide like this gray value, and also will add border radius 20 pixel, and also make fading left 1 rem, and also let's add some margin bottom 1 rem. Okay, and now we can add styles to our input inside our text box, and we have input with type text. Okay, and now let's make flex 1, and our input will take all available space, and remove border. Border would be none, and remove outline also none, and let's make background color transparent, and also add some fading like 1 rem for top button and 0 for left right. Okay, and also we can add or increase font size to 1.3 rem. Okay, and also we have button, and we have several buttons, and for button let's add some fading like 0.7 rem, and also 1.5 rem for left right, and let's specify background color and make some blue background color, something like this. Okay, and also we can change color for text, and let's make something like that. Okay, and we can remove border, specifying none, and also change font size to 1.2 rem, and also make border radius 20 pixels, and also make cursor pointer. Okay, and let's check what we have so far. And as you can see, we have our buttons, and also our input. And let's continue with our styles. And for button, we can add hover. Let's do it. We'll change background color when hovering over button, and let's specify background color and make it something like 0000 FF. Okay, and now we can add some tiles for our extra box, and let's check, and we have class extra box, and let's add some styles. I'm going to make it display flex. Okay, and provide justify content by center. Okay, and add some gap 1 rem. Okay, and also we need styles for our output box, and also we'll need to fix for empty images. Okay, and let's add styles. Also will be display flex. Okay, and flex direction would be column, and align items would be center, and also let's add gap to rem, and add some margin top 1 rem. Okay, and let's check. And as you can see, we have our styles, and we can change styles for this color picker. And for that, I'm going to use input, and this time I'll provide type color. Okay, and we'll add some styles, and let's try add margin top 1 rem. Okay, and let's check. And as you can see, we have styles. Let me refresh the page, and we need to fix this empty image during initial loading. Okay, and let's check what we have, and we can check if we have QR code with conditional rendering, and if we have QR code, I'll provide image. And also we need to provide a link to our download, and it would be also QR code, just image, and let's provide make download and provide QR code. QR code. Okay, and let me save, and also we can change our index. Let me refresh. Let's fix our broken image, and for that I'm going to specify our background color as black, and also we need to separate our data here. Okay, and let's try again. And as you can see, we have our QR code, and let me refresh and refresh again, and let's add some text for testing, and also change dimensions. Okay, and also we can change background color. Let's try download, and we have image, and let me refresh the page, and now I'm going to provide link to my channel and generate QR code for it, and also generate. And now I can scan this QR code with mobile device and get the link and open my channel. And that's all that I have for today. If you like the video, subscribe to my Dev Web App channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.